Welcome back to That's Just Lola. I'm still sitting here with my girl Mel, partner in success. Energy changed a little bit.
It did?
For me.
Oh, because of you.
Yeah, it changed a little bit. One of the reasons why I wanted to change the topic of this show is because we take so much shit for granted. And friends, family, people watching who don't know me from, as my mother used to say, Adam's house cat, and I don't know what that means.
Adam's house cat.
I don't know what that means.
I thought it was Adam.
No, she used to say Adam's house cat. She still says it. So if you don't know me, then that's cool, but I want you to hear this. The next day, the next hour, the next minute, the next second is promised to absolutely no one. And you have got to start living your life like that. As I said, the last segment, the producer came and said, why would you wait to do all of those things? Mm-hmm. Well, you wait because you think you have time, and you wait because you let fear make you think that you're not capable. Melanie said something in the beginning about her week and validating herself without outside, someone having to do that on the outside of her, being able to do that on the inside. And I just urge everybody to understand that you gotta be, fear is about most of the time when it comes to these type of things, not feeling adequate, not feeling sufficient, not feeling like you have enough. And you have enough. Mm-hmm. Honest to God, if you have the thought, you have enough. Mm-hmm. You really, we've been told from the time we were younger through watching this and watching that, right, that everybody's got more than you. Everybody knows, you feel like everybody knows more than you. You feel like, everybody's done more than you. You got everything you need to have in order to make your life the life that you want it to be. And it's not necessary for people to continue to wait to the final hour. And so for me, when people die, it's so that we understand the importance of living. Mm-hmm. We get sad and we get boo-hooish. And right when we ended before, you guys probably saw in the last segment, I was being belligerent. And Melanie said that you needed to not be curt to people. And man, let me tell you something. I find that most of the agony that we go through is because we're trying not to something to somebody. Mm-hmm. And so, not that you would intentionally be rude, or not that I would intentionally be rude, but if I thought I was really limited, and I take that back, I live like that most of the time now, and people don't really get it. A lot of people don't really mess with me because I don't have too much of a filter. I don't got no cut card. I don't have a filter. So how I feel, I say. How I feel, I act. And I started doing that because I have had so much death in my life, And so when you have and you see so much death in your life and you see so many people leave what is perceived or what you feel is early, you really start to limit the amount of nonsense that you will put up with, the amount of appeasing that you will put up with. And when you really get, for me, when I really got my value and my worth, I realized that I meant too much to me to be playing games and BSing with people and trying to appease people. And I decided that I won't spend another minute of my life not happy so that somebody else can be happy. I won't do that. And a young lady that's a friend of ours from North Carolina just called, a friend of mine and Kathy's. Matter of fact, it's how I met Kathy. And she didn't even know. And so she's like, oh my God, I meant to and I would've. You don't get the meant to and woulda when the person is gone.
Well, you do, but it's too late.
It's too late, And so the whole point is, try your very best to see every moment like it's your last moment. Not in a negative way, but live it like you getting. If you got pushed off a building, you would be scrambling, right? To grab on, to do what you would be scrambling. You'd be trying to save yourself. You gotta live every day like you're trying to save yourself. So I heard you, Kwame. Absolutely. All the things that I said I would do, I might not ride somebody for 4 hours every day because I thought that I was going to die. Probably ain't going to do that. But you never know. But what I will say is those trips I want to take, the Dubai and the Amalfi Coast and all that stuff, I'm be going on those trips. Yeah. I'm not going to be waiting. And I suggest you teach that child how to ride a bike right now. Because we don't get to pick when our expiration date is. And you know, somebody said, I've heard it said a million times before, you know, it's not the expiration date anyway, it's the dash. It's that stuff in the middle. It's those things, you know what I'm saying, in the middle
that to do,
right? That you meant to, that's what messes you up.
Yeah.
It ain't that you dying. It's that you didn't get a chance to do all the stuff you wanted to do before that time came.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and I admire those people who do just the most gutsy, courageous, like wild stuff that they, you know, been dreaming about doing. Because they didn't worry about what if somebody, because usually it's about what if somebody don't like it, what if somebody laughs at me, what if somebody needs me.
Right. Yep.
Right? All of those things, why you don't go, do, and be.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah, that's what it's about. The deal is most of the time when you don't go, do, and be, when you stay, you realize half them people ain't really need you to do none of that stuff anyway.
They weren't thinking about you.
They weren't thinking about you.
They were doing and being and going
right.
wherever they wanted to.
That's right.
Do,
they weren't thinking about you. So I'm telling y'all, make a list.
Yeah.
What they call it, the bucket list.
No, make it your life list.
Well, I'm saying, whatever your bucket list is, start doing and being it.
Yeah.
You know, make it happen. Don't care what people think about what you're doing. Care less about that. And I'm a big proponent of that. Everybody who knows me knows that. I do care. I'm not going to say I don't care about anything, because I do care about things. I do care about how I represent myself. But what I care about first and foremost now in my life is that I'm pleasing myself. You know, by experiencing the things in my life and feeling a way during my days that is pleasing to me.
Well, that I agree with. That I 110% agree with. I still don't think it's necessary to be curt. That's just something that me, or, you know, to be mean or whatever. I just don't. I mean, if you have to be because somebody else is, you know, it's necessary in that particular instance or whatever, yeah. But as far as, you know, living your life and doing the things that make you happy as opposed to living your life for someone else, no, I disagree with that. Live your life for you and live your life to what, you know, to the extent that what makes you happy. Do those things that make you happy. So I agree with you 100% when you say stuff like that.
And I didn't mean live your life being an asshole. What I meant was, if I decide that if I found out I got 24 hours to live and I want to go to Istanbul, but somebody is telling me about, you selfish, you only got 24 hours, you need to be here with me. I'm going to say, sorry, I got to go. 9 times out of 10, that person and the people who are around that person is going to perceive that to have been curt or rude. That's what I meant.
Well, okay. Well,
that's what I meant.
That's just the personal. You just taking shit personal.
You need to get over it. But you know, you'll be surprised how many people are like that. They want you to do, even in the final minutes, they still want you to do
what they want
you to do. Because, and I mean, let's keep it real. When somebody's about to leave here, it ain't that person that you really feel the worst for. You feel bad for the people who they leaving behind.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Then you're right. You feel bad for yourself. Oh, I ain't gonna be able to see you no more. I ain't gonna be. You ain't really. You not that you're not worrying about them.
Right.
But your real deal is that your interaction with them is about
to
be
gone. Right. Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, and that's why we cry and be sad and can't get over and oh my God and
try to make people live.
Yeah.
And keep plugging them up and.
Oh yeah. Stop plugging up.
Want them to keep taking radiation and chemotherapy and all that stuff so that they live. When my
stupid.
father's cancer came back, he said, we went to the doctor's office and he looked at us both and he said, I'll do whatever y'all want me to do. And I said, do you want to go through treatment again? He said no. And I said, well, then you should not do it.
You should not do it, yeah. I agree. I agree with that. Definitely.
You should not
Definitely.
do it.
But first of all, that stuff is painful. And it destroys what little bit of, you know, life is in you at that time. And, you know, that should be your decision.
It should be, but you would be surprised.
No, I know.
The family members, no, you got to do it again. No, what I look like saying that to you? I'm not the one going through it.
Exactly.
So I can't say that to you. I can't say that to you at all.
And if you feel that you've lived your life and you're ready to, you know, just see how it ends, then by all means do that.
And that's exactly right. By all means do that. When we come back, we're going to start talking about some ways you can live your life like you only got 24 hours to live right now. Subscribe down at the bottom. Subscribe. Click the subscribe button. It's red. I think it's red. I think it's on that side. It might be on this side, though. I'm not sure. But we'll be right back with more of that. It's right here. We'll be right back.